Hello there guys and girls, we're back with some more DayZ survival tips. Today I'm going to be showing you how to repair a car from, as you can see, basically scratch. So the first thing you need to do whenever you find a car in DayZ is look what it's missing. What it needs, no matter what, is wheels. It needs a radiator, a battery, a spark plug, gas and water in the radiator. So as you can see, this car at the moment has nothing attached. If you can't tell by looking in the bay what's missing, you can see just by here. So I've got the spark plug on me, so there's that added, which you can add via the inventory, or you can quite literally come up and look in this sort of area where it should be and click the mouse button to attach. So there's the few starter pieces. Also I do have this spare tyre, which if I remember rightly on the Olga, the spare does go in the hood somewhere, but you should be able to attach it. It's not going to let me attach it there anyway, so I'll take these and just attach them normally. 2, 3. In fact, I think it's the little 4x4 that goes in the hood. This one might go in the trunk, but whether it's going to let me place it or not is another matter. No, it's not going to let me. I thought it just said something then as I turned away. No, it doesn't matter. As it is, I mean, if you can't find the spot for them, which I can't remember the Olga now off the top of my head, for some reason it's not letting me just combine it like it normally does. No. There's plenty of room in the inventory anyway. As it is, we do have the bigger car inventory ours on the server, but there's still plenty of room if you do need to carry certain spares anyway. So now that that's on, I mean, the trunk and the doors and the hood are more cosmetic. As far as I've experienced, the Zeds can't really attack you even if you haven't got doors in the vehicle. In fact, the only time we've had Zeds properly attack us in the car is through the door of a vehicle. So let's stick with the other essentials at the minute. The fuel, you have to look for the little fuel cap. Do make sure you find that, because otherwise you will drink the petrol that is in the can, which won't result very nice. So this car will take just shy of 3 cans of gasoline. The 4x4 I know takes about 2 and a bit, and I think the Gunter is around about the same as well, but we don't really use the Gunters. So once you have the gasoline in there, obviously if I was using this car to now carry on, I would take this empty can and pop it in the trunk, so that when I do find a garage somewhere, I can fill the can up and fill the car up. So the next important thing that you must do is the water. As you can see, it does say refill as you look at the radiator. 1, 2, 3. Nope. 4. 5. 7. Once you get to its full amount, it will stop. 8. 10. 11. It does go on for a while. And there we go. It's 11, and as you can see, there's about half a bottle there left, so 11 and a half is your sweet spot. Obviously, if you do have an empty jerry can, I won't advise this one that you want to use fuel for again, because you won't empty it, but obviously you can fill the jerry cans up with water as well. Like when we first had an engine, well, the radiator went on us, and we had 2 jerry cans, and we had to keep stopping and filling them both up at every lake, river, water source that we could, just so we could get the car back to camp, especially since we had it full of kit that we wanted to keep. So let's finish rebuilding the car. So we've got the hood, all good, front co-door, rear right, rear left, and driver door. Once that's all done, we do get into the car. It will bounce on the wheels, just like that, and when you start it, it will bounce again. Like that. Now, in this instance, if there is any lag on the server, the vehicle can bounce through the map. Do try and stay in the car until it returns back to the surface. I would also advise any server owners to use the can't destroy cars mod, basically. There's no vehicle damage, as it's called. So because of things like server restarts, we've come back to a car that's been on fire because of the server restart, where it's freaked out and thrown the car around. It doesn't stop damage from other things though. If I throw that revs up, as you can see, I am damaging the engine right now, and that will show obviously in certain places. In this case, that would be on the spark plug in the long run. Obviously the radiator, you do need to keep an eye on the water levels in the car. If that gets low, you will start damaging the radiator, and if you leave the lights on, you're at risk of draining the battery, same as in pretty much any car. You can keep an eye on those things though. Down in the bottom left you have the speedo in kilometers, and the bottom mid of that is the temperature gauge. If that is all the way to the left, it means you've got a good amount of water. As you slowly lose water, that will start making its way over to the right. The fuel gauge, however, works in the opposite direction. Full is over on the right, and it works its way over to the red in the left. And of course that's the mid as well at the top. And then, as you did see, the revs are on the right hand side, and it does tell you what gear you are in as well. And there you have it, guys and girls. I will turn that off. Do not forget to hit that subscribe button, people. And if there is any other survival tips and tricks you want to see, please let me know in the comments.